what's up? What's up? Welcome to Blockchain Live.
Hello.
It is ETF approval day. There was a crypto channel that did a challenge. Whenever they said Bitcoin ETF, they had to take a shot of vodka, and at the end of it,
I listened to this podcast.
so,
The
and at
guy
the
took
end of
two
it,
and he was like,
the guy
this is
was drunk
vile.
at the end. Okay, so we're not going to play
Oh,
games
really?
like that. Yeah, he was pretty
That's
drunk
it.
towards the end. He couldn't do the podcast as well as he normally does. But yeah, no, usually we do our podcast on Friday night, but today is a very special day because
Hello, Facebook
supposedly,
user.
hello,
Who's
hello,
this Facebook
yes.
user guy?
Okay, let's see.
I got no name.
Hello. Yeah, so he's saying Facebook users going LOL. So yeah, I think he knows who we're talking about as well. Okay, so yeah, so I basically just wanted to talk a little bit about the ETF because supposedly, the story is that today is ETF approval day. So this is
Right.
not me who's saying it. This is Eric Balchunas. Okay, so he works for Bloomberg, and I guess
Uh,
because he sees the Bitwise Bitcoin ETF being listed in his Bloomberg terminal. He believes that today is going to be Bitcoin ETF day. To all those who celebrate, as far as we know, it's all systems go. Most likely, we will see formal approvals in the ballpark of 4 to 6 p.m. today, with the derby starting on Thursday. We are
what
ready at
time is that
Bloomberg.
in Malaysian?
So this is New Jersey time. So I believe that should be about 5 a.m. our time. If you know, I'm not the best with like time zone, but
4:30.
but
Eh?
I believe it's like 5 a.m. Malaysian time. So
Yeah, I think you're about right.
so there's going to be some volatility heading our way. One of the things also is that yesterday was crazy. If you guys don't know what happened yesterday, all right, the
Is this
craziest thing.
the Twitter hack?
This is the Twitter hack. Okay, so
Oh
the
shit.
Securities Commission. Okay, they have the word security in their name. All right, they tweeted that the Bitcoin ETF has been approved. You can find it everywhere. I'm not going to share that particular tweet. This is like one step over the story already. Right? So the main story has already gone past. We're talking about the aftermath right now. If you don't know what the main story is, you got to go look for it. All right, because the SEC tweeted that the Bitcoin ETF was approved, and then about 20 minutes later, Gary Gensler, who's the head of the SEC, said that, oh, we made a mistake, it's actually been hacked, it's not approved, whatever, and then they had to like take it down. All right, so the thing is that the Securities Commission had a huge security lapse. All right,
Right.
um, and
Foot in your mouth.
yeah. It's hold on. I'm getting a message from Arvid. I'm just gonna I'm just gonna message him in FB. He's wondering where are we broadcasting, um,
Oh.
and he probably wants to ask some questions. Okay, so we're talking a little bit about what actually happened yesterday because there's some Game of Thrones stuff happening here. Okay, there's like a lot of twists and turns. If you thought crypto was boring, it is anything but. Okay,
Right.
so I want to show you this. This is a misconception that some people have. They believe that the crypto market pumped on news that the ETF was approved, and then dumped when Gary Gensler came out and said that, oh, you know what? It's not approved. It's
Is
actually
that not what happened?
yeah, that is not what happened. Okay, so if we look at this chart here by the rational root, of course, you know he's rational. But let me try and see if I can blow this up. Yeah. Okay. So if you look at the chart here,
Facebook users just asking, so easy to get hacked, May? Guess the SEC can learn from Binance a bit. Well, actually, it wasn't the SEC that got hacked. The guy who was holding the account on his phone wasn't using 2FA, apparently. Two-factor authentication, then. Yeah.
yeah, that's ridiculous. Who doesn't? You are working in the SEC and you don't have two-factor authentication.
No
You know,
2FA.
like if you didn't have two-factor authentication and you tweeted something about your company that caused your stock to crash, guess who's going to
Oh,
come after you? The SEC
yeah.
is going to come after you. Okay, so
SEC.
who's going to come after the SEC here, right? They got the word
Right.
security in their name.
Who watches the watcher?
Yeah. And the other thing that's strange, right? A lot of people are saying is that they got hacked and then they immediately got access to their account again. That's like the fastest retrieval of their account. A lot of times it takes months if you got hacked for you to get your account back, right? So I guess there's something fishy going on there. It could be a case of, I actually leave my password or the non two-factor authentication phone on my table every time I go take a pee. Well, looks like I gotta go to the toilet. So, it could be like a wink, wink, I'm going to the toilet now, wink, wink, It would be really bad if somebody tweeted that the SEC already approved it, since I shorted and longed the market. So yeah, there's a little bit of I would say conspiracy theory there. The SEC consumer protection, yeah. So they're not really very good at protecting consumers in that way. Seems like they didn't protect us from FTX. They didn't protect us from a lot of crypto companies. Seems like the only thing that they're doing is just telling you that Bitcoin is dangerous while they are the ones that are making the mistakes, right? So anyway,
Yeah.
yeah. So this chart here, okay, I just want to go a little bit into it, and let's see if I can open it in a new tab, and I'm going to share that tab instead. Share this tab instead. Okay. So I don't know if you can see this clearly, okay, but I'm going to try and show it to you. Okay, so you can see the pump, right, was when the SEC tweeted all Bitcoin ETFs are approved. There was a pump all the way up to 48K within about like 5 minutes, right? 5 to 10
Sure.
minutes. And
Yeah.
then it immediately dumped
Right.
before everybody still thinks that the ETFs have been approved. And then this is before Gary Gensler came out and said that there was actually a hack. All right. And then
Right.
he says the SEC account was hacked. All right. The moment he said that, the market bounced back up and leveled off.
Hmm.
Then SEC regains control of their account, deletes the original. SEC tweets they were hacked and have not approved any ETFs. Then it went sideways. So if this is a case of, premonition, right? You've seen the movie Final Destination?
Yes.
So if you got like a premonition of what was going to happen, the plane's going to explode, would you then tell everybody to get off the plane, or would you stay on the plane and see what's going to happen, right? So is this a case of Final Destination where we're getting a preview that when the news is announced that the ETFs are approved, it's going to be a sell the news event? I think that is a big possibility now. Um, but this is the thing, right? Maybe we can change our fate because we know
Hmm.
it's coming. You could actually be a little bit prepared to mitigate whatever is going to come your way. But then it becomes the case of, if, let's say, for example, you're playing poker. I like to give analogies, right? Okay. So you've got a full house, right? Now, you don't want your opponent to fold, right? You want your opponent to stay in the game. Okay.
Right.
But now that you've already revealed your hand, actually, a full house is not a very good combination. Let's say you got four of a kind, right? You've got four of a
Yeah.
kind. Now your opponent is like, I'm going to fold. Now that your opponent's going to fold, it's like, well, this is no point now, is there? Right?
Right. Doesn't matter what cards you had.
Yeah, it doesn't
Ain't got
matter.
a game.
Yeah. So now this is the thing. Whoever's manipulating the market has already revealed their hand, and the game's not over yet, right? So now that we know that they're holding a four of a kind, a lot of people are going to be folding. So if everybody's going to be folding, they still want to play this game, right? So it's either one of those two scenarios, right? Which I actually think what's going to happen is that this up and down flushed a lot of leverage out. So what I actually think is going to happen is that there's going to be less manipulation, or it's not going to be so extreme, right? But still, because everybody's selling now. A lot of people online, they are now turned bearish, and you can see the Bitcoin chart. Let's try and share this. Okay, Bitcoin chart. So you can see that they call it the Darth Maul. This one, right? The Darth Maul lightsaber, up and down here, right? Okay. So since that, Bitcoin has actually been going down, and
Right.
and right now it's at a resistance. It's at the 200 EMA on the hourly.
It's nowhere near what Armin
But
wants,
yeah,
though.
yeah. No, the thing is that I don't know what's going to happen now, right? Is it really going to dump? But from more likely going to pump,
Mhm.
like people were expecting a $10,000 candle to the upside. Now I feel like it's leaning more likely going to dump, right?
Hang
Um,
on a second. Is
so
that
yeah.
on the left there? Is that the last bull?
No, no, no. This is the hourly chart. So this
Oh,
was the
son of a
previous.
gun.
This was the previous.
Okay,
This
okay,
is the previous dump. Yeah,
okay,
that was the
okay,
previous dump. Yeah.
okay.
So I think what's going to happen, of course, not financial advice, but I think what's going to happen is that it might be a lot less volatile than if it were to be announced yesterday. Whatever tricks that they've got is not going to work as well because it kind of makes sense if, let's say, you got a lot of Bitcoin and you want to sell, you want to dump a lot of Bitcoin onto the market, right? You need the liquidity to dump it. You need a lot of people coming and buying that Bitcoin, right?
Yep.
And when are people going to buy the Bitcoin? When the ETF is going to be announced. That's when people are going to buy the Bitcoin, right? In anticipation that people are coming in to buy Bitcoin.
And
So
not only
now
that, isn't the
you can,
ETF
yeah,
the whole point of the ETF is so institutions can then buy Bitcoin on this now exchange traded fund.
exactly. And people are trying to front run that. So the
Yeah,
idea is that they're going to front run that by a day. That means that when people come in and buy, they'll be there when the pump comes, right?
right.
But if you had a lot of Bitcoin that you wanted to like dump on the public, you want to dump it when there's a lot of buying, there's a lot of liquidity on the market to dump on, right? And that would happen when the SEC announces it and everybody starts buying in anticipation of front running, right? So this is a rock, paper, scissors thing, lah, right?
Hmm.
So now it's like I already know you got rock coming. So am I still going to do scissors or not? You know? So now is there going to be that pump liquidity that people are going to have to dump Bitcoin on you? Because I I am not a whale, but if I was a whale, I'm not
Yeah.
even a ikan. I'm not even a plankton lah, basically. You know, jangan
Right.
cakap ikan bilis lah, right? But if I was a whale, right? I need to dump on people that are buying so that I can get good prices. I'm not
Right.
going to dump and then cause the market to crash by
Crash.
like two, three, like $1,000. That's not good. That's not. I'm not getting a good rate for my Bitcoin, right? I want to get the best rate for my Bitcoin, which means that I need to buy when there's a massive pump in Bitcoin in the market, right? So that is my theory: is that it's going to be a lot less volatile because people have already revealed their hands, right? I got this already. I'm going to do rock already, you know. So now people are not gonna. People are very skeptical about what to do, you know. And I think a lot of people are just waiting for the dust to clear. Okay, I don't want to trade this anymore. I don't want to trade this ETF thing. You all do whatever you want to do. When the dust settles, now I come in. Now it's safer, right? Because previously it was very obvious, or well, not very obvious, very likely that it was going to pump. Now it's more likely it's going to dump, or I don't know, you know? So,
Hmm.
yeah, the other thing that we want to look at is the market dominance for Bitcoin, right?
Is this
So
what?
prior to
15 minutes.
this
What the hell is this?
this is the market dominance. So this is the percentage of Bitcoin against the entire crypto market.
Right.
So right now, Bitcoin is at about 53%. That means 53% of all crypto value is in Bitcoin. That's what this means. So previously, there was this line that was going up, right, which was the support line. It broke, and everybody was thinking, "Oh, this is alt season. Bitcoin is losing its dominance. All the money is moving into alts, right?" And then when the ETF started to approach, and this is all the way until the end of December, we were getting a bit of an altcoin season. Then when it came into January, it started to pump back up into the channel. And then Bitcoin dominance was very, very high yesterday in anticipation of the ETF. And it seemed like a lot of people were selling their altcoins to get into Bitcoin, anticipating that there's going to be a big pump, right?
Right.
This is also showing in the total three. Okay, so we can have a look at this on the 4 hours. So you can see here on the total three as well, right? There was a huge dump. So this was
Wait.
at
What
the
is
beginning of
total three?
January. Okay, so total tree is the total cryptocurrency market cap, excluding
Bitcoin.
Bitcoin and Ethereum.
Ethereum. Right.
Yeah, so everything else, altcoins, lah,
Basically,
basically, right?
shitcoin. Shitcoin market.
shitty coin market lah. Yeah. I wouldn't say Solana is a shit coin. Maybe some other ones are pretty decent, but yeah, you could say shit coins lah. Shit coins. That's the politically incorrect term to use. But yeah, there was a huge dump. Okay, it dumped all the way down here, and then it's come back up above the 200 EMA, and right now it's to be holding above the 200 EMA. Okay, if we look at the 15-minute chart, um, it's somewhere around here. It's still holding above the 200 EMA. That is, of course, on the 4-hour chart. Okay, so the 4-hour chart is holding above at the moment, right? So this is all the altcoins are represented in this chart. So the question is, one of the problems that you're looking at is, okay, Bitcoin is pumping or could crash. What about all the altcoins? Are the altcoins going to crash? Are we going to see a bleed everywhere? Because the unforeseen circumstance that people didn't see coming was all the money in altcoins flowing out of altcoins going into Bitcoin when Bitcoin pumps, right? So a lot of people were thinking when the Bitcoin price pumped, all the altcoins are going to go along. But now it looks like that might not be the case. It might be a lot of people are selling.
Dump instead. Right.
Yeah. So the other issue here is that this actually shows that I think whoever is going to be doing that has already sold their altcoins. It looks like that's what this plunge here is, and then back up over the EMA. So maybe the ones who wanted to let go of their altcoins have already let go, and a little bit have already come back into altcoins, and then now we're trying to stabilize over here. There's going to be some volatility coming on the altcoin side, at least.
Right.
Yeah. One of the things, though, is that this analyst on Twitter called Pip Snipers showed that this altcoin type, let me share this one, is bigger. Yeah. So if you look here, right, this is similar to something known as Wyckoff accumulation, okay? Or as people could sometimes call it also Wyckoff, okay? Wyckoff, or maybe even whack off, right? So
I like that one.
Yeah, you like that one, yeah? So this is the whack off accumulation, right? So this is a chart pattern that shows accumulation of coins or assets or whatever. And then later on, there's going to be a Wyckoff distribution to show when people were letting go all of their crypto, right? So right now, he's saying that this is where we are. We've broken back above the last point of support. And this is what it would look like potentially. Let me try and scroll to the side. This is what it'll look like potentially. So it's going to hover around here before finally going up. So one could hope that this is actually what's going to happen. Also, there's this an analyst that I found on Twitter as well. Now, all the analysts on Twitter, right? Take them with a huge grain of salt. These are just guys expressing their opinions. But it is interesting to see what people have found. Like, I don't believe people on Twitter or in the internet in general, but it is interesting to see if they have found something that maybe you missed, right? Like certain fractal patterns that might be interesting. So this guy called Muhammad Zabin said altcoins were almost mirroring Ethereum in 2020. Ethereum was the bring back, then now Solana is driving the market. Backtesting would probably total 3 market may act the same way Ethereum. So he's saying that total 3 is behaving like the way Ethereum is behaving. And this is what I believe this is Ethereum. Yeah, this is Ethereum back in the day. There was all of these lower before finally breaking up. And he believes that this is similar to the crypto market cap and also total 3. So he believes that this is likely going to go higher. So there's some signs showing that even though there was weakness in the altcoins, that potentially, technically, in using fractal patterns, it might actually be the bottom, and then you're going to go up from here. The only thing I would say in counter to that is there is a lot of unnatural things happening in crypto right now. So there's a lot of fundamental things that are happening that could screw up all the charts. But the next 24 hours, 48 hours, if you are invested in the market, you're going to be a little sleep deprived, I assume. Because you're going to be watching to see which way they want to play this, right? Because there are a lot of different ways that they can actually play this. And yeah, Bitcoin dominance. Looking that there is a reversal. You know what? In some strange way, if it causes, because if you reveal your hand, this is my theory, right? If you've revealed your hand, you're a market manipulator, and you've shown that I'm going to do this, right?
Right.
And now everybody knows you're going to do it. Now everybody's going to be like, yeah, I don't know if I want to play this game. Like they're like, there's massive manipulation coming. I don't want to play this game, right? Now, if that was the case, right, that would mean that there would likely be a quieter, there would be a quieter announcement, which would mean
Mhm.
less volatility, which would mean maybe everything moves a little bit smoothly. And this is the I'm giving the SEC the benefit of the doubt here. What if that was their plan? Like they knew it was going to be massive volatility, so they just want to bring it all the way down, and let everybody know. Oh, we did it! Oh no, we did it! What are you going to do now? Huh? What are you going to do? What are you going to do?
Maybe
so,
you never know.
so maybe we don't know what these guys are doing behind the scenes, right? But I sometimes like to give people the benefit of the doubt. We'll see lah. If later it becomes a lot quieter after the announcement, like not a lot of movement, like Bitcoin kind of like hovers a little go up and then like not no massive crazy spikes, then I think maybe it might be a positive thing. Or maybe again, this is a case of trying to bring the market down so that people can buy it cheaper. I don't know. I don't know what is the evil plan that Skeletor has planned for the market, but it's
Right.
definitely dodgy. So yeah, we just wanted to do a brief update on the market because by Friday it's going to be stale news. So
Yeah.
if you want to watch an interesting stream, watch the stream by the Moon. So the Moon
Mm.
did a stream the moment the announcement for the SEC went on, like about 5 minutes. Within about 5 minutes, he started to do a live stream, and he said, "Oh yeah, ETF is approved. SEC's website definitely confirmed. This is not a joke. It's definitely confirmed." And then, like about 5 minutes into the stream, he's like, "Oh wait, it's not. It's a scam. That's a scam. What's up? What's up? What's up?"
What?
Yeah, and you could see it like he went through all the motions of it live, on his streams, and it was fascinating to watch.
Right.
Because I was asleep, so yeah. But I have a feeling I'm not gonna be asleep tonight. So
Okay.
yeah, so yeah, guys. I guess that's it. If you
Time
got
to
any
buy some
questions,
altcoins, you say so basically?
I did not say that. No, is that what you got from what I said?
I don't know. I'm
What I
selling
got.
my house, gonna buy some shit coin.
That is not what I said. I'm not telling you to do anything. But what I'm saying, I actually plan to monitor to see how volatile it's going to get. I hope that because of what happened yesterday, it's going to be relatively quite calm.
Right.
And then, or maybe the volatility will play out over like a week as opposed to like an hour.
Okay.
That means that people there, because the danger I foresee, especially if you are holding any kind of altcoin or whatever, right, is that Bitcoin could pump like crazy, and then you would leave all the altcoins in the dust, and then Bitcoin comes back for the altcoin later. So it's like huge imbalance, right? So like Bitcoin all the way, and then altcoins come back later on. Whereas right now, if there's less volatility, it could be like an incremental increase. So then the market could be a little bit more balanced. That's what I'm hoping for, at least. So yeah, we'll see on Friday, I guess, when we have another show. This was a special edition of Blockchain
All
Live.
right. All right. Cool.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You got any questions? You can leave it in the comments. Otherwise, I guess that's it. Are you going to be staying up for the announcement later, about 5
Five
a.m.?
o'clock? I don't know. Maybe. Let's see.
Okay, yeah. I need to get, if I'm going to do that, I need to get some sleep now. And then I
Yeah.
got to wake up. Yeah, I'm probably going to be waking up every 1 or 2 hours to see how this actually works.
Okay.
Um,
Okay. Okay. Okay.
okay, guys.
Interesting. Yeah, I'll be keeping a close eye on my monitors as well.
Yeah, don't.
Whatever I'm looking at.
I would avoid leverage like the plague because that Darth Maul thing that it did, it wiped out all the leverage up and down. So whatever angle your leverage is approaching, I'm guessing you're likely going to get liquidated. There was somebody who posted online, "Oh my God, I just longed it 70x, and then now I got liquidated. I'm going to sue the SEC." And I'm like, "You long? You entered the crypto market with a 70x leverage, dude. Dude, that's crazy. That's a crazy amount of leverage.
That's
So I
crazy
think,
talk.
yeah, it's crazy talk. All right. So I don't know, like that. If people get liquidated with 2x leverage, all right? Just putting it out there, all right? Any kind of leverage you can get liquidated. So be
Yeah.
very, very careful. And Also, cryptocurrency is, in case you didn't realize, is super volatile. Um, that's how you make money, and
Magic
that's also
internet
how you
money.
get wrecked. That's how you get wrecked. Yeah, magic internet
Yeah.
money. All right, all right. So
Okay.
that's it. Me and Fadil will be back again on Friday. So
Yeah.
until next time, ciao.
Adios.